So let's talk about some of the nuts and bolts of actual marketing strategy, some of the benefits versus features. It's easy to say this product weighs more, costs less, does all this kind of stuff, but what does that mean to your customer? You want to talk about this in terms of the reason our customers want to buy this product is it'll give them this value, it'll help them go farther, last longer, all that kind of stuff. So you really want to talk about the benefits. This ties back to the value proposition, of course. Now, one of the things I want to say about marketing and marketing strategy is a very critical concept called positioning. And this position, if there's a book in marketing that you're ever going to read, I always recommend reading a book called Positioning by Al Ries and Jack Trout. And in a nutshell, what positioning is about is it's about the perception that your customer has about a product or service. Now, you want to understand what your customer's already thinking, what's already in their mind about this product or service. Now, my example that I think of, because I like Range Rovers myself, so I think about what is it about a Land Rover or Range Rover that's different than everything else? Well, they only make really two or three vehicles, and they all do one thing. They are the most extreme off-road vehicles in the world, period. You don't see them making pickup trucks. They don't make a family sedan. They don't make a sports car. But if you want a Land Rover does one thing, they do it really well. Now, if Land Rover was to come out with, a two-seater sports car that just zips around the road, and you just kind of wonder, well, that's not really what Land Rover's about. Why are they doing that? Now, I know they're going to make something like that, but it's going to be some kind of extreme, four-wheel drive sports car. But nevertheless, my point is that you want to build something that you have really the credibility behind you to make. So when someone sees your product, especially when they see your second product, and your third product, and your fourth product, and your whole product line or services that you offer people, it's within a context of something that you have the credibility to build. For example, we make business plan software. Well, making an employee policy manual also makes sense because it's a product that appeals to business owners like you who are working on these projects. So a marketing plan, that makes sense to us. A public relations product, that makes sense to us. Everything in our line of products that you're using makes sense because they all come from, it makes sense from us because we've demonstrated the credibility to build these things, and they all go together. Now, here's where something goes off the track. I was offered many years ago a really, really good deal to acquire a product, and it was a product for writing resumes. Now you can imagine, here I am selling this business plan software product. Now I come along and say, hey, wait, I've also got this really cool resume product. What am I telling you? I'm telling you, well, if this business plan sucks, you can always go get a job using this resume product. And that's not what I want to tell you, because the business plan is going to help you succeed in your business. You don't want the resume. So the resume, even though it could be a really good deal, it had really good retail shelf space and all that kind of stuff, it just sends the wrong message to the customer. So really what positioning is about is not only what will you do, what are you good about, what's within your purview of your expertise, that you have credibility where your customers are going to believe you and want the next product, and why they would choose you over someone else. It's also telling you what it is that you won't do. Just because something's got retail distribution, if you're in the shaver business, why would you suddenly be picking up batteries just because they've got retail shelf? Depending on what you're doing in your business, some of these things make sense and some of them don't. So I want you to really think about the positioning of your product vis-a-vis what's in the customer's thinking already. And so when people buy from you, why you? Because this is the part where there's a big crowd out there, a crowded marketplace, and you've got to develop and sell the products that really you have the most expertise and credibility in promoting.